Okay, good evening. Nope. Okay. 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 We are live. Good evening, everyone. It is 7:05, and welcome. Pursuant to Article 4 of the Constitution and Article 2 of the Bylaws of Congregation B'nai Israel, the undersigned hereby calls the annual meeting of the members of the congregation for the following purposes. We're going to start with our opening prayer from Rabbi Keller.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for one of you waving back to me. That was really excellent. I think it's a very nice connection for us that we are part of our annual meeting in reference to this week's Torah portion, which is the beginning of the fourth book of the Torah. Which is the beginning of the book of Bemidbar, which means in the desert. In English, you say numbers, but in Hebrew, you say Bemidbar. Bemidbar means, as I mentioned, in the desert, and it's really in the desert where the Israelites become a people. It's because they leave Exodus and they're still slaves. They get Leviticus to figure out what to do, and it's in this next book that the people become the people. It's actually where we turn into Am Yisrael, where we turn ourselves into that people. But the Torah portion starts with a census, and they start mostly because of logistics, because the Israelites were sitting for the whole book of Leviticus, and they start to move. But part of that is because they take the census for them to prepare themselves to start to wander in the desert. Because we haven't gotten to the 40-year mark yet, where we say they wandered for 40 years. And so they're doing this wandering. And in the census, the text tells us that the importance of the census is there because it sets us apart. The rabbis actually asked, why does the whole beginning of this book talk about the census? It could talk about anything else. Talks on and on and on and on about this. And it says that something that is counted can't lose its identity, is what the rabbis say. Once you're counted, once you're part of a people and you are connected to that people, you are no longer identityless. You have this connection to identity. And then you have this impact also. And so no better way to start an annual meeting to reflect on our identity, to reflect on our year, to prepare for this next year that's coming already and think about that, but also realize that we're all counted, that we're all part of this community, that every single one of us at Congregation B'nai Israel is part of this nation we make for ourselves, this little group that we make for ourselves here at CBI, this holy community. And so it is with that connection that I share with us a blessing for our congregation, source of all being. May the children, may all of us of this community learn these passions from us. Love of Torah, devotion in prayer, and support of the needy. May we all find ways and guide with integrity, and may we find ways to pray in leadership and in service. May those who teach and nourish us be blessed with satisfaction in our connections, and may we appreciate their time and their devotion. Bless us, God, with the fruits of wisdom and understanding, and may our efforts bring fullness and joy. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha be'ira la'avod. Blessed are you that through you are we able to do all the beautiful work that we continually do.
Thank you very much, Rabbi Keller. So our quorum numbers, we needed 117 proxies out of total eligible numbers of 1,164. We already have members who voted, 134. So our trustees, our budget, and other matters has passed. If you voted by proxy, please don't vote again. So now we're going to have our opening statements by me. Hello to my to my CBI community. As I stand here tonight on my second annual meeting as your president, I cannot believe that I have served proudly for a whole 2 years now. I very much look forward to the next 2 years to work with my board and staff to keep CBI moving forward the way it already has. The executive board, which is made up of our immediate past president, Jeff Cannon, Andrea Cannon, our VP of Development, Ira Ginsberg, our VP of Finance, David Hollander, VP of Administration, Gil Kaminer, VP of Membership, Phil Rothschild, VP of Strategic Planning, Robin Rubinoff, VP of Education, and Sean Tybor, VP of Communication and Technology. I hope you were all able to meet them at our delicious light bites that was provided by VIP caterers, and you will hear a short report from each of them. I wouldn't be standing here talking about all of our accomplishments if it wasn't for them. You never know if and when we are out of the pandemic stage in this world, but I am so proud of everyone who helped get us through the storm we encountered for over 2 years. The policies we put in place that helped keep our schools going by being cautious about how to proceed were incredible. The medical task force we used to help guide us in our decision-making was invaluable, and I will be eternally grateful to all of them. Our clergy of 2, Rabbi Keller and Cantor Muchnick, worked tirelessly and overtime to make sure we were able to offer all of the services and programs needed to keep you connected as a CBI community. I want to welcome to our clergy team, Rabbi Samantha Kahn. She has hit the ground running, and I am very excited to see what she is planning next. Our preschool, led by Allison Sands, our Director of Early Childhood Education, and Linda Harris, our Director of Lifelong Learning, both flourished in their respective areas with waiting lists and increased numbers ahead of us as we enter the new school year of 23-24. Our religious school director, Rachel Wolf, has increased our number of students in SLJ and has developed so many relationships with our students, and I can proudly say our registration for fall is way ahead of last year, which was our best year in many years. The day-to-day operations, led by our amazing executive director, Stephen Allen, who has been there every step of the way and worked in conjunction with our board and congregants to ensure that we were that well-oiled machine. No questions or concerns were left unanswered or not addressed. Everyone's ability and knowledge help us tremendously work our way through these very difficult times. I am blessed to have such an incredible team working on behalf of CBI. I want to thank David Hollander for his many years of service on the executive committee and the board of trustees, and Susie Glott, who gave her heart and soul to our ritual practices that have endured for years at CBI. Thank you to Julie Note. I loved having you on the board of trustees. Thank you for all your years of service. I am very excited to welcome 3 outstanding individuals to the board. They each bring a wealth of talent in different areas of expertise to the board, and I'm anxious to put them to work. Welcome to Jill Eisner, Rachel Ostrovsky, and Amanda Tillman. We have so many great things planned for next year, which you will be hearing about shortly and in the future. Our year of enhancement, as we approach our 40th anniversary, will be a year to remember here at CBI. We will continue to be the congregation with a conscience as our social action endeavors remain unmatched, led by Andrea Cannon and supported by staff and so many volunteers. I am also particularly proud of how many families have stepped up with many naming opportunities this past year, which just shows more and more families are feeling a deep connection to CBI, which makes all of us so proud. In closing, I wish all of you a wonderful summer, and please feel free to reach out to me at any time at president@cbiboca.org. It is my honor to serve as your president. Thank you, thank you. Now we are going to hear from Steve Allen, our Executive Director report.
Hi, good evening. First of all, I want to make a promise to all of you. My report is shorter than normal because I know we all have to be home by 8:30 for the Heat tip-off. So, and the Celtics, excuse me, I know we have some Celtic fans in the crowd as well, yes, okay. As Sharon has said, we really did have a successful year. And the kudos go to the staff, they go to the clergy, the new clergy team of 3, the 2 schools where there's a waiting list for the preschool, and the greatest numbers that we've had, and of course Linda Harris, who took her new role of adult education and lifelong learning, and the turnout that we've had, including last week, we had 125 people here for the single and mingle of 55 and older, and we had to turn away 30 angry people because they hadn't signed up, and it's a tribute to everybody that put that together. And people keep coming to, yes, give it up for Linda and for everybody that has. All right. Also, before I forget, this is very important. Please turn around for a second and notice where all the exit signs are. In case you need to do it, I need you to just look and see where they are. I should have done that first, and I apologize, but it is something that always should be part of our speeches. As you know, starting May 30th, we'll have a little inconvenience here on campus. It's going to be a little, but the end result's going to be incredible. I thank publicly, as everybody else has, the Greek Church, who, without them, this could never happen. And everyone, if you follow the rules and keep your patience, and everything will be great moving forward. And then we will see, finally, after about 12 years, maybe, we will have our guardhouse in place. It's great. The year really brought us many, many successful programs of coffee and conversation with the clergy, with our speaker series, with auctions, with the PO, the school board, and all their incredible activities that continues to bring our community together under one roof. It's really an amazing thing. Before I go any further, I am so happy, and I know my fellow staff people are very happy, for me especially, that we now have a director of operations, Christy Lynch, who is here. Where are you, Christy? Wave, there she is. You all will get to know her, those of you on live stream. What's your extension? No, anyway, I'm really glad. And also, hopefully, watching on live stream, because I kind of asked her to, and I think Robin might have also, our new SLJ director, Carly Wallenstein. So if you're watching, Carly, we're all waiting for you to come and visit. Everybody, let's give her a hand too. And finally, in closing, because I'm looking at that 8:30 number, it is the year of enhancement. It is the 40th anniversary that's coming up, and God bless Renee and everybody else that started this place. And a perfect example. Part of it, there's going to be a gala March 2nd. We're going to do honors. We're going to do things all year. But if you look at this room that we're in here, in the sanctuary, over the course of the last 2 weeks, we had a taste of Broadway. Bless you, Cantor Mushnick. That was awesome, okay? Right. A little bit before that, we had our speaker series with the biggest number ever with Mandy Patinkin, and I was hoping to have an announcement tonight for next year, but I don't, but stay tuned. It will be great for our 40th anniversary. And this morning, in these last couple of days, to see all these preschool kids moving up. Allison, thank you. All your teachers, your staff. It's just been absolutely incredible. And that's why part of our enhancement is we're going to upgrade this room that you guys are sitting in. And you will all be hearing about it. It is part of our master plan. We are going to look for 100% participation from us because at some point, you are in here, your kids are in here, the grandparents are in here, and just the way this room transforms over the course of time, within a day, within a week, this is an amazing facility, and it brings back memories for many, and the greatest thing is that when you have the people who started it, the people who are going to run it, and the people who are our future, our three people. Bless you all. Have a great summer. Nice to see you.
Okay, now we have our VPs, which honestly make my life so easy. So we are going to ask Andrea to come up and give a short report about the VP of Social Action. And then after will be Ira.
Thank you, Sharon. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us this evening. Presently, I am the VP of Development, and my objective as in that position is to keep our members engaged, connected, and involved with our CBI activities. As the chair of the Cantor Family Center for Justice, that is exactly how we reach out into our congregation and our community. As a congregation with a conscience, we volunteer together in many activities to accomplish this objective. We begin our year during the high holidays with collecting food for the little free pantries and for the food banks. Thank you to everyone that donates. Our two little free pantries are located at Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church, east of Dixie Highway. It is a low-income area, and unfortunately, there are many people there that are homeless as well. They come to our pantries 7 days a week to get non-perishable food. Thank you to our members who donates the food, who donates monetarily so that we could buy additional food, and to keep our families in that area and the homeless fed. We also collect blankets when it gets cold, jackets and shoes, and we have been volunteering with Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church for the last 36 years. We host 2 Feed the Community events, on Tuesday prior to Thanksgiving, and the other one is usually in April or May around Easter or Passover time. We feed over 400 families. We distribute chicken parts, water, canned vegetables, fruit and vegetables. We also distribute turkey subs and lunch bags with chips and water to those individuals that are homeless. They all know to come to the church. They know that if they need something, one of us will be there to assist them in whatever they need. On Lori Sklar Mitzvah Day, which is typically done the beginning of every year, February or March, we host many activities on campus. We collect food, clothing, and many other items the week prior and on Mitzvah Day. All members participate in activities. Since COVID, we've been generating 300 to 400 people on campus, and I'm thrilled to see that happening again. We have several off-campus activities as well, mentioning beach cleanups and vegetable and fruit picking activities. On Christmas Day, we are the only Jewish organization that volunteers with the Simon Town Center Mall for their annual Give Back Christmas feast, which provides a delicious meal in the food court area for 400 plus people. We usually are permitted 30 to 50 CBI volunteers. Won't you join our Social Action Committee and help those in our community who are less fortunate than we are? Margaret Mead stated, and this is my favorite, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andrea. Now we have Ira Ginsberg, VP of Finance, and then we'll have Robin.
Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Steve. I'll make this quick. We are very, very fortunate here at CBI. Our financial condition couldn't be better. And with what's going on in the banking world, that brought up some problems with our tremendous deposits that we have. But thanks to Jeff Cannon and a lot of our CBI staff, we were able to set up a program with our banks that were totally insured. So the people that follow those problems, they don't exist here. And as Steve said, that there's a lot of capital improvements we want to do at the synagogue. We have the capital to do it. We're going to raise capital to do some of the tremendous programs that we're looking to do. And without getting into any detail, I know everybody gets these reports. If you have any questions, I'm always available. Susan's always available. But I just want to thank everybody for their hard work. And it's, as we know, the preschool is really what generates our resources, but everything is related to that. So we appreciate all the hard work everybody here does. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ira. Robin Rubinoff, VP of Education, and she's also going to read for Gil Kaminer, VP of Membership.
Hi, everybody. Nice to see you all. I'm going to start with Gil. Gil, our VP of Membership, couldn't be here, so he asked me to read this for him. Good evening. My twin daughters are performing in their first band concert this evening, so I'm unable to join you. Over the last year, my first in the role of Vice President of Membership, I have been part of many efforts to recruit new members as well as retain our current members. Both jobs are of equal import. I have worked closely with Steve, Minda, and many others to make sure we have a regular schedule of events that are inviting to non-members, such as Chardonnay Shabbats, as well as programs designed to strengthen the bond between the board and the membership. Just recently, we had a Shabbat dinner where the board were the guest servers for the evening. As we go into next year, we are looking to hire a director of membership to the professional staff, a role that is vital to increasing our membership. Increasing membership is something all of us can help with. Bring a friend to Friday night services. Encourage an out-of-towner to attend CBI for the High Holy Days, or invite a pickleball partner to attend one of our fabulous events, such as the Rosenthal Speaker Series or a Taste of Broadway. Every event is an opportunity for someone new to see how much CBI has to offer. This year has been a wonderful learning experience, one that should only serve to make me more efficient in the role of Vice President of Membership. I look forward to continuing to work closely with the staff of CBI, the board, and you, the membership, to grow our synagogue and ensure that it is part of our lives and our families' lives for generations to come. So thank you, Gil. And now for the schools, which you've already heard a lot about, and I'm going to try not to repeat, but some of it does bear repeating. But my first thing that I want to say about the schools, and this is both of them, thank you to the teachers. The teachers are truly the heart and soul of both of our schools. It's true. It's totally true. They're the reason that parents send their children here. And there's nothing more important than taking care of other people's children and making them feel loved and feel safe and teaching them how to be good citizens and be compassionate and be kind. And that's what our teachers do every single day, an NCECE and an SLJ. And there's really nothing more important than that. And huge thank you to all of the teachers for every single day, every hour, every minute of the work that they do. Second, and barely second, is the staff and the administrators and maintenance and security. People who don't spend a lot of time in our schools have no idea how difficult these jobs are and how hard each and every one of these people work. But I have been on the inside, not even just as a VP of Ed, but I know how hard they work truly, and huge thank yous to all of them, Allison and Linda and Rachel and every member of the staff, all down the board whose names I can't list, but huge thank you to all of them as well. They make everything run every day for all of our families. So you've already heard a couple of highlights of NCEC. Our enrollment is tremendous. We have wait lists. We have programs that continue every year, like the shows, which you can see the set for behind us. And every year we introduce new programs as well. This year, a couple of highlights I'm just going to throw out there. All of our teachers were trained in something called conscious discipline. It's a really new cutting edge way to manage kids in the classroom, to make them feel safe and to make them feel part of a community. And it's a really brain-based method of managing the classrooms, and all of our teachers are trained in it, and it's really worked wonders this year. It's been a wonderful thing. We have renovated one of our playgrounds, which is a really big deal, the Imagination Playground. If you have a minute to stop by on your way out and take a look at it, it's really fabulous. A new program we started this year for new families, because we have so many people moving to our area from different places. It's called Coffee and Cuddles, and it started at the beginning of the year to welcome our new families after drop-off. Let them meet some families who've been here for a while, meet the clergy, meet the staff, and just welcome them and help integrate them into our community. So new things happen all the time, and it's a thrill to be a part of it. Some highlights of SLJ. As you heard, our enrollment is really growing. It's been wonderful. Rachel has brought a tremendous energy into the school. This year, she was supported in such a dramatic way with the addition of Miriam, our assistant director, and Annie, our youth engagement professional, which freed her up to do more of the work that she needed to do, and they were just a phenomenal team. We had growth in every grade. We had youth programs. We had 5 youth programs for each of our 4 age groups. We had a communal Passover Seder for kindergarten through 2nd grade. The kids also did a Hanukkah show to show off their skills and their talents to the parents, sort of similar to what we've done in preschool that we've never really done in religious school before. A really important program that we did this year in the high school was a Hot Topics program. At the beginning of the year, there was a lot of anti-Semitism out in the community, in the world, a lot of public anti-Semitic comments, and so Rachel and her team paused the curriculum and really did a deep dive into how to handle anti-Semitism, how to teach the kids how to talk about it, how to defend their Judaism and to be confident in their identity, and they could talk to kids at school who they might have been getting a hard time from. It was a really powerful program, and it was really greatly appreciated by the teens and their families. Just a few examples of the wonderful things that are going on here. Our parent volunteers have been tremendous in both schools. Thank you to Corey Shapiro, our outgoing SLJ board chair, and to Taylor Weiss, our outgoing NCECE board chair. All the board members of both schools, these parents are volunteers. They don't get paid to do what they do. They do it for the love of their kids and the love of the school, and they spend so much time and so much energy working for the betterment of all of our families and all of our kids, and I'm so grateful to all of them. They're just tremendous. So thank you to all of those boards. And I'll just tell you that I'm sure you've all heard that Rachel is leaving, but we are thrilled to have the addition of Carly Wallenstein, who Steve already mentioned. I think we're going to have a wonderful, seamless transition, and as sad as we are to see Rachel go, we wish her the best. We only wish good things for her, and I hope you'll all join me in welcoming Carly to our family. She, I think, will be tremendous, so we're really looking forward to that. And I just want to say it's an honor to serve as the VP of Education, and thank you for indulging me in this time.
Thank you so much, Robin. We have Phil Rothschild as our final VP report.
Thank you, Sharon, the VP of Strategic Planning, which you may ask, well, what exactly does that do? One of the major things, and I was able to really pick up from my predecessor, Vicki Weiner, is we have developed what we call a DNA, which is a way to sort of put our beliefs and why we love CBI into a brand that helps guide our programming, our outreach. So over the past year, we had rather than reinvent the wheel, which we're not going to do because the DNA has been successful, we had a DNA review session, for want of a better word. And the idea is to continually try to improve our programming, where we have gaps, what works, what maybe didn't work as well. And so we'll be having another one of those sessions in the early fall, and then again at the beginning of 2024. Another aspect of this position is I do take the minutes, and I'm the secretary of the organization, and to do the minutes at all the board meetings. Another thing that we recently completed was a 4-year project to update our bylaws, and that took a lot of discussion. We didn't always agree on everything, but at the end of the day, we think we've done a good job of updating them, and those go into effect July 1st. Another strategic planning thing, and I haven't gotten a recent update, but as Robin mentioned, we are looking at the wait list of the preschool, and so we are looking for any opportunities to either rent space nearby. So we know we have the demand. It's obviously a challenging environment with our limited space availability in a very expensive part of town. But that is something we are actively looking into. And I think that's all I need to cover. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Phil. So if any of you have a building in your back pocket, please let us know. Okay, so now we are going to get into our election of trustees. So if I call your name and you're here, please stand up. So the election of trustees for the committee recommends the following officers for a 2-year term. Sharon Landau, President. Andrea Cannon, VP of Social Action. Ira Ginsberg, VP of Finance. Gil Kaminer, VP of Membership. Phil Rothschild, VP of Strategic Planning. Robin Rubinoff, VP of Education. Barry Schwartz, VP of Administration. And Sean Tybor, VP of Communication and Technology. Then we have our Board of Trustees eligible for another term. Evan Appel, Class 2. Annie Becker, Class 1. Denise Beagle, Class 2. Allie Myrick, Class 1. Molly O'Grady, Class 2. And our new Board of Trustees, Jill Eisner, Class 1. Rachel Ostrovsky, Class 1. Amanda Tillman, Class 1. Our Board of Trustees, Class 3 members, Danny Hullitzer, NCECE Chair. Howie Newmark, President of Brotherhood. Taylor Weiss, SLJ Chair. So let's please welcome everyone that is standing, and thank you for all of your time. So right now, we need an approval of our budget. We need a motion. Everyone can sit. Can I get a motion to approve our budget? Renee, can I get a second? Taylor, any discussion? Do we have any questions? Okay, so if I can see a vote, if you could please raise your hands high. If you have sent in a proxy, please do not vote at this time. So raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so I have a vote of 23 plus our people that have sent in the proxy. So our approval of the budget has passed. Thank you very much. Yay. Is there any new business? Any questions? Anything that anybody wants to ask? Jeff? Okay, so Jeff's question was in regards to our new guardhouse that is going to be coming May 30th. So if you want to just answer how our traffic is going to be moving a little bit, but the end result is going to be fantastic.
Jeff, the short answer is the traffic's, excuse me, going to be moving very slowly. In cooperation with the Greek Church, our Yamato entrance will be closed. It'll be closed starting May 30th, hopefully open again first or second week of August. There's one way in, one way out. There are specific times that people have been told, employees, parents for drop-off, pickup. We will have our security over there at the Greek church. We'll have them over here. It's been there are drawings that will be up to explain to everybody. We can lie, but we're not going to. It's going to be a little bit inconvenient. It's going to be a little different. But like as Sharon said, the end result's going to be spectacular with this new guardhouse that we've been waiting a long time for, with additional security measures inside the guardhouse as well. So we continue to think about security. We have to. So please have your patience. And for one who has none, it will be me as well. But it is going to be well worth it. But it's in the Greek church, as far west as you can enter their first entrance. And when you exit and come into the school and go out around the back of the Greek church, you will go out the furthest east entrance of the Greek church. And there'll be some police out there on Yamato Road to help us as well.
Thank you very much. Yes, yes, it will 100% be the same because our entrance will be closed, but there will be something fantastic at the end. Any other new business? And thank you so much for the questions. They are fantastic. If not, we are going to call Rabbi Keller for a benediction.
God of our coming and our going, God of our past, our present, and our future, we have met and we have reflected on our previous year. We've also envisioned our coming year and hopes for our future as we go out into the world in which we do all of this, our living and our connecting with CBI. Remind us, O God, that we do not do this alone. As we go out, remind us that we continue to do the work of CBI as we go out. Fill us with hope and with love and with peace to share unto the world. May our lives and CBI be a sign of your love, God, of the possibility of all the great things that we continue to do. Amen.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. It is 7:43, and we're going to adjourn our meeting, and in perfect time for the Celtics to be playing the Heat. Have a great evening, and I appreciate you all for coming. Thank you.